see the Rams' creative quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Rams and the Desperados, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between our visitors and the Los Angeles Rams. Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my play make.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's his 14th interception on the season, and that number 14 ties the NFL single-season record.
Held by Dick Night Train Lane. Was that 1952?
52, more than a half-century ago.
And he's with the Rams that season, and believe it or not, it was his rookie year.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Powers.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Rams have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later. End zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they wind up crediting it with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The football going back to the Rams now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This is a pretty significant moment, a pretty cool moment. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards, and we might as well go ahead and measure for the gold jacket.
Make sure you measure it right, too. Make sure it fits perfectly when he walks out there for that ceremony. 50,000 yards in the NFL. Wow. Longevity, talent, a little bit of luck along the way, and a whole lot of people helping him get it done.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Back to throw. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. They'll try the left side. Addison.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up a throw. For right side here, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Addison. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 3 yards out.
And the Desperados have retaken the lead.
An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Powers. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he's going to have a Rams 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
from the gun. He'll hand this off.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Slide it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for Houston. This is taken at the 18. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
L.A. readies for its next possession. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
59 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
The previous play big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. He'll drop to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 9 now. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they have taken the lead.
In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Point after, right down the middle. Lead is now 14-10. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Houston's offense taking over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Desperados will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Back to throw now on first down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Titans want to throw their hat in the ring as Super Bowl contenders as they up their mark to 8-4 on the year. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Monarchs want to throw their hat in the ring as Super Bowl contenders as they up their mark to 8-4 on the year. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The Cardinals still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Rams, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. but he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice game.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They'll try the left side. Addison. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The first down line at the 34th here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Three yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Desperados take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had
under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter in Denver. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. On 2nd down now, Addison. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Addison, and he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
A penalty is declined.
Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston set to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle they go. Addison, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, Addison. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Addison, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down now. Addison, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Addison, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
And what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They'll run on 1st down. Addison, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Addison.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Up the middle they go. Addison. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Desperados are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
The pass. Complete to number 20. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 5. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Powers.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
No field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the post.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They run the counter. Addison, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
They'll keep it on the ground. Addison. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.